And we're live. Good evening, everyone. It is Friday, May 27th. The time is just after 8 p.m., but of course you probably already know that. And I'm here in my home in Midtown Toronto, and I just want to say hi to everyone in the chat so far. AJ, Brad Palmer, Ali BHG, COVID Hippo, Joseph, Marie Palmer, Ali BHG again, Alex is here, Alejandra is here, Yahia is here, Tom Bikes 416, Dave and Banger Maine, Sanjay and Kingston, Who's Jaw, and Susan, William, Cody Shaw, Yahia, Mark H. I think I saw Vivian Johnson earlier. Okay, two more. Michael Nguyen. One more. Michelle Briggs. And hello to everyone else who shows up in the chat after Michelle Briggs, including Eddie Chen, Midnight Express, Gaby, Steve Myers, etc. Okay, I'm done. I'm cutting it off. But good evening and welcome to what's become a bit of a normal thing, although I was hoping to get out tonight and stream out in the wild. I know I said I was going to do that some Fridays, but the forecast right now, Toronto forecast, if we look this up, it said it was going to be thundering at around 6 p.m. We'll find a good... Oh, I just clicked that one, but let's see what we're in for. Friday, risk of a thunderstorm. Only 1 to 3, but there's supposed to be thunder and lightning, so I thought, let's play it safe. I kind of wanted to get out and stream from around the Gumball area, but I was already in that area earlier tonight, and I made a video, and then I made a little 10-minute video on the side that I'm going to play for you tonight. So on the agenda tonight, we have the Gumball 3000, so I'll tell you a little bit about that. We'll take a look at the webpage, then I'll show you a video from that event tonight. The real event is tomorrow. I have a few mystery packages. I know this is more of a Sunday night Johnny Stumbles thing, but I really want to get these packages open tonight. One of them is for the channel. One of them is just a ridiculous toy I bought myself. Like, yay. So I'll share that with you guys. We'll take a look at a cool TTC security graph I came upon. We'll take a look at doors open quickly. If you want, we can play a video that I recorded out of the rear of my bike. But basically, it's going to be a casual hangout. But there will be some new, never-before-seen content on this. Feel free to ask me anything, as always. Anything and any question is welcome, pretty much, but I don't have to answer. And if you do ask something, I may feature it on the screen. So Ali BHG is asking, do I still have Charlie? Yes, I am looking at Charlie now. I still have him. And I do have the Charlie cam handy. So, whoop. This was happening the other night with this thing I'm using here. It just kind of unbalanced itself. But there we go. We're rebalanced. Can we get a close-up of Charlie? Perhaps later in the night. And let's take a look at the poll I put up. What am I drinking tonight? Mango and Raspberry Hazy IPA has 56% of the vote. I said boat. And Hazy Days Juicy IPA has 6% of the vote. So let's just go ahead and end the poll. 64 people voted. So we are going to have this Cowbell Mango and Raspberry Hazy IPA. Mango Berry is a fruit-forward hazy IPA with a tropical punch of hops without the IPA bitterness. This supremely refreshing and effervescent beer, don't use words we can't understand on your beer labels, is aggressively... I can see this might be an issue tonight. I think that just fixed it. Is aggressively whirlpool, firm and dry hopped, then fermented with raspberry and mango purees. And it is a beer with natural flavors, so cheers to everyone, and may this be the first of many this weekend. Hello, Joe Dancer. Hello, GGNYC. Vivian Johnson bought an iPad, 64 gigabytes. It says 9th generation. Can you tell me what that means? Eugene says the J's are starting to heat up again. How many generations of iPads are there? Let's find out, Vivian. 4, and it's a complicated question. There's been a total of 30 iPad models. Well, Vivian, this is going to take a little bit longer. When was the I can't type. 9th gen iPad release. Let's just find out how old it is. There's the best question. Looks like iPad 9th generation was announced on September 2021, so it's relatively new. There you go, Vivian, rocking a pretty new processor. And yes, the Jays are playing, and on Apple TV, I think Gurriel is mic'd up, so I'm going to want to see part of that game. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. And yes, the Jays are on fire again. They've had 3 home runs in back-to-back games now for the first time in quite a while. David Bangermain has the 8th generation IPA iPad. And just before we keep moving here, I do want to thank our channel members and give a special shout out to the God tier members. So on the Johnny Strides channel, you'll notice there is something here, channel members, and you can join. And there's 3 tiers, silver tier, gold tier, or God tier. There is also, did I open up Patreon? There's also Patreon. So if you don't want to feed the beast that is YouTube and you want to support through a third party, you can do that through Patreon. Exactly the same benefits, except on YouTube you get a cool little badge beside your name. On Patreon you have a direct messaging ability with me, so I think those two probably balance themselves out. But we have how many? We have 48 Patreon supporters and 86 YouTube channel members, and I really couldn't get through the months without you guys, so thank you so much. And at the God tier, this says gold. There's an extra level to Patreon. See all 4 levels. At God tier, 27 a month. That's 20 USD a month. So the God tier members, I will shout out every once in a while. So hello, YouTube God tier members. We have Epic Nation HD, Liz P, Christine Camley, Where's Perry? Where's Perry has been a God tier member for 12 months. Andrew Nielsen, Danny Kamen at 10 months, Shepard87, 11 months, Chuck Diamond, 19 months. And on Patreon, we have Deborah Ball, Yogi, Ron V, and Vivian Johnson. So thank you, God tier members. It's very much appreciated, but you're all just appreciated by being here and by subscribing. All right, that is the last shameless pitch. But by the way, if you haven't subscribed, do that. And I have another channel as well where we played a silly game last night. Not many people tuned in. Not many people ended up tuning in. I started the stream a lot later than I normally would, but that is the Johnny Stumbles channel. I have a 24/7 stream there where you can kind of hang out and chat with people as you want. And yeah, that is it for me pimping stuff. And Eugenate, it's his 20th birthday. Well, happy dappy birthday, Eugenate. Ali BHG says, did I buy part 3? Not yet. Not yet. But I will. I also have to get the Stanley Parable. So let's get this kicked off with a game tonight. So, sorry, I'm just looking at my laptop. I've got some stuff on there. Fans Buses Gaming says, can't stay. I'm going live at around 8:30. Bye, guys. Thank you for the super chat, Fans Buses Gaming, and good luck on your stream. Hope you have a good one driving a bus or whatever it is you do. Lisa's here. Hello. So, what's happening in Toronto this weekend is this. There's a lot of things happening.
I'm going live at around 8:30. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. So the Gumball 3000 is a rally. It's kind of like a race, but not really a race, except whoever wins gets props. Deadmau5 actually won it about 10 years ago. Ali says the narrator echoed. Yeah, because I had my own speaker volume up a bit too loud. So this was supposed to happen in 2000 in Toronto, and it was from Toronto to Havana. And that got canceled. Then last year's... they didn't even attempt. So this year, it's a race, basically a race where they can't speed or break the law, but there's plenty of speeding. In fact, they've actually had fatalities before. I think about at some point in the UK, a couple of people, unfortunately, were hit by reckless drivers. But anyways, this is a bunch of millionaires and even a few billionaires getting together and playing with their toys, basically, but they're trying to raise money for charity, which is a good thing. So this one starts in Toronto. We can hit the route. And they're going to Indianapolis 500. Then they're going to Nashville. Then they're going to Atlanta. And they're going to Miami. And there's some checkpoints along the way. Long story short, this leaves tomorrow. So today, all the cars rolled out on Bay Street between Bloor and Scollard, right next to the Fourth Seasons, where I think most of these people are staying. So if you want to go check them out, you can check them out tonight. I think they're there till midnight. Or they'll probably cover them up after midnight. And then tomorrow, what happens? Here, we can read it here. Just tell me what happens tomorrow. There's going to be a parade where they drive their very expensive cars. Most of them had sponsors on them. To I think Dundas Square. There's a concert going on. There's a concert tonight at 6 as well. And then they're going to take off and they're going to go to Detroit with the end goal of going to Miami. So yeah, I've never seen this before. I didn't even know what this was. It's apparently based on a rally called the Cannonball Rally that they did in the 70s. So it's just a bunch of rich kids and their toys. But there is a good cause. They're raising money for charity. And the way they get pole position in the grid is whoever raises the most money goes first. So this one here, this guy has raised 65,000 pounds. Here we have one with 61,000 pounds. And you can go see these cars. There's a Corvette with 44,000 pounds. I think the entry fee is about $80,000 or it's something absurd like that. And they still have to pay for like their luxury hotels and all their expenses along the way. And what happens if one of these cars has an incident? I don't know, but that's going to be very expensive. Ali BHG says goes first for what? Well, it's kind of like a race. They all line up and they take off together and then they drive down public streets. And the first person wins. And Deadmau5 won apparently, but he won before. And Deadmau5 is appearing in the video I made. I didn't even know who that was. I thought it was like a rapper. I didn't know. That shows how with it I am. So let's play this video that I just recorded. Maybe I'll make myself a little smaller for the video. So this is just about 10 minutes or so around this area. It started in Yorkville. Then after this, we'll open up a package or two. Let's find out. Here we go. Syncing 1, 2. I'm syncing my audio. I don't have my headphones on, but I'm just assuming the audio level is okay for this. So I just recorded this tonight. I think a little after, maybe right around 5 p.m. And this is Yorkville Avenue, walking east. Oop. Let me fix that. Yoink. Packages from Emily or Punk Forever. You know what? This beer is fantastic. I drank a sour beer on one of my live streams earlier, and it was disgusting. This one is excellent. I would definitely have this again. Deadmau5 is performing a free concert tonight at Young Dundas Square. Yeah, I think that started at 6, but there might be thunderstorms. They're supposed to be by now. The Gumball Rally movie was released in 1976. Gertej says, what kind of package? I have 2 packages, and one of them is a stupid toy that I bought this morning. I think this guy was famous. I don't know who this was. A lot of people were following him. I don't have that ability to recognize famous people, so I don't know. Information's sake, just subscribed, or sake, whichever one. So we are heading towards Bay Street. Sanjay, was that an accident? Timing out that comment there? Can I undo that? Sorry, Lisa. I think that was just a harmless mistake. You'll get your chat privileges back. So there's a bunch of Gumball rally participants eating at this restaurant on the right here in on the right in front of the Four Seasons Hotel. Yeah, it looks like it was a mistake. It was supposed to be someone else getting timed out. And yeah, that was a pretty lame comment. Especially since I was going to do this stream anyways. It's okay, we can just give people like that the boot. Sorry about that, Lisa. The wrong person was accidentally. So this guy in the middle of the screen is apparently Deadmau5. Can you guys recognize him? Like, I don't know. Nor do I really care when I see someone like that, but a lot of people are like, Deadmau5, Deadmau5. And that's all I cared to film with that guy. I literally had to Google him and look at a picture of him to see if I could recognize him. Chris Mills says, good evening. Good evening, Chris Mills. RevView says he loves him. That's him on the right. You probably hear some sirens going off in the background. I just got a notification that AK is going live tonight from Miami. Cannonball Run was 1981 with Burt Reynolds. But apparently the original rally, the movie Gumball Rally was based on, was called Cannonball Rally. That's what I learned on Wikipedia. And I saw another celebrity, and maybe you guys can help me identify who it is, because it's like it was someone who I know I have seen in a million movies before. I just couldn't put my finger on it. So I'll pull that up in a second. Or when this video ends. I saw, you might remember I met some Toronto-based Instagrammer who was quite popular before. He was in the middle. I guess he had press credentials. I don't know, but he got to get into this area. I should have probably tried to weasel my way into that. I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't have let me. Burt Reynolds in Cannonball Rally, you think? He was in a movie Cannonball Run, I think, review. I don't know. Tom Bikes 416 says you can pay to get inside. I only saw like people with press credentials inside and people participating. I don't really know how that works. Johnny's Might Monster e-bike can outperform these Matchbox cars. I doubt it. I don't know. Review. Soldier 1, thank you. Yeah, so this was as close as you could get. I have a friend who was an engineer at a prominent car company. And he's like a big motorhead. You know, he has owned multiple motorcycles. He's the type of guy that'll take apart his engine and put it back together. He's got a house with a few cars he's working on, and I mentioned this, and he called this like a poser event. Like apparently real motorheads or people that are really into cars kind of don't think of this as even a thing. They all kind of just see it as rich people having fun with their toys, and it's completely insignificant to the world of motoring, but that was just the impression I got from him. Maybe there's jealousy involved in there. I don't know. But I could see it. Ali BHG says I would believe that. Yeah, maybe the motorheads scoff at this sort of thing. And this is the display at the front, which only had a few cars at the front. Lisa's back. You better be on your best behavior, Lisa. You better be. That's the building you work in. And now we're going to head south, check out those cars at the front. Sorry, I couldn't really get much closer to these cars, but they're also going to be in a video I recorded tomorrow. And I'm thinking, should I film the car parade tomorrow? One of the reasons I ask is there's only so many hours in the day, and Doors Open Toronto is going on tomorrow, and I might want to pop into one or two places and record that. And I want to do this. And Sunday is Pedestrian Sundays in Kensington Market. So I want to do that on Sunday, and that's going to come at the cost of getting some Doors Open recording done. So unfortunately, there's a whole lot going on this weekend in Toronto. Gaby says I would not watch the parade. That's fine. Some seriously cool cars, even if they are toys for rich kids. They all seem to have advertising on them. All right, I'll see. I'm still thinking about it. 77% said yes. I went out and I recorded a video that somebody else recorded today. I went through the new downtown Toronto IKEA. I tried my best to walk a little slowly through it, so I think I'm going to get that up on the channel maybe tomorrow. And the Gumball rally I recorded at the end of a walk up Bay Street. I did not know what to expect from that. Now we're done with the Gumball rally. We're just walking to Yonge and Bloor, where we see an interesting individual. We'll just call them that. So yeah, I didn't know what to expect at the Gumball rally today, so I went for a walk up Bay Street, and I figured I would just catch it at the end, and if it sucks, so be it. It's at the end of my video, and if it was cool, then at least I captured something cool. So that was my thinking behind this. Susan says, at least get the Swedish meatballs and lingonberry sauce. No, I walked through IKEA. I didn't go to the world's smallest cafeteria and have a meal. There's like 100,000 people waiting for food, and they have like 4 tables. Like, I did not stay there to eat. Maybe I'll do that like on a weekday, once it's died down a bit. It might be a really good place to go get a cheap meal, but until then, Lisa says he runs through IKEA. I think Ken ran through it pretty quick. We both have that hop in our step where we don't know how to like slow down and stop and smell the roses. Hey, there's a tear again. Fix it. Vivian says, yeah, I just saw he did the same video basically that I did, but I'd like to think I went a little slower. Linda Jane Jackson says, do what you wanna. I might just want to play with my new toy. We're going to open up this box on this live stream. Tom Bikes says, are you afraid of getting stopped by security? In IKEA, they had security in front, and they also had 2 police officers at the entrance. There's 2 entrances. The other entrance didn't have any security. So I thought about going in like the back entrance because it might be path of least resistance, but I decided just to go in there with my camera and march right through the door, and no one stopped me. A lot of employees noticed that I was filming. Nobody stopped me. I guess they're used to people recording in that store already, probably. Just reading some of your comments. Reviews, neighbor sold his Ferrari. So that was the Gumball 3000. Now, at the end of the video I recorded today, I saw a celebrity, and other people were mentioning him. See this guy here? Who can tell me who this guy is? Who can tell me who is this guy? I've seen him in movies. I've seen him. He kind of plays like the role of like the clean-cut, preppy kind of guy. Maybe it's too small for you to see. But who is he? Can I make that bigger? I'm waiting for someone to spot this guy and see his name. Can I make this bigger? This is not the best way to make it bigger, but who is that guy? Who is that guy? The Rock? Striped shirt, yeah. David Hasselhoff? Let me see if I can make this even bigger here. We'll stretch that. Absolutely no idea. Because some people were alluding to him, and I saw him. I'm like, I've seen that guy. I've seen him in a million things before. And clearly he's a big deal, because look at all the people like following him, and like he's got like 100 people like recording him. He's mic'd up. That's Michael Jordan. Okay, one more time. I thought for sure somebody would recognize him here. The new James Bond, one of the Hemsworth brothers. Could that be Chris Mills? Who's that guy? I think he lifts weights. I don't know. His pants are too short. He's probably not even wearing socks either. I kind of hate that look, but can I fix my thing after I stretched it out? Boom, there we go. Someone said one of the Hemsworth brothers. Was that a joke? Hemsworth brothers? Luke Hemsworth? I don't think it was Luke Hemsworth. No. It's Billy Magnuson. Is that a guy? Holy shit. We might have the guy that I saw. That's him. That's the guy. Tyler W. You just won the evening. What did you win? I don't know. But that's the guy we just watched. I wonder if I type Billy Magnuson Gumball 3000 if this is going to show up. Gumball 3000 who's ready for Toronto. What has he been in? What has he been in? Sorry for being a little sidetracked. Ooh, he's kind of handsome. He's not quite my level of handsome. Like, I'm probably a lot better than him. But hey. No Time to Die. The Survivor. Aladdin. Most of these are movies I have not seen. The Big Short. That was an awesome, awesome movie. That's probably where I reckon. Into the Woods. That was a terrible movie. Ugh. Don't go see that. Maniac on Netflix. He was in Get Shorty, Black Mirror. Okay, so we found the guy. He's just one of those kind of like not quite an A-list, not quite a B-lister, somewhere in between. Thank you, Tyler. Again, you win the night with that. Okay, now as promised, Lisa says I never saw those movies. I have 2 packages. I can't unselect. There we go. So I got this today. This is something I need for the channel. This is something I bought for me because I felt like buying a toy. It's been a while since I've made kind of a reckless purchase for something that's purely stupid and just for me. But let me make myself a little bigger here while we open up. Okay, so let's see. What is this? Oh, these packages just open. I don't want to show you the front because it has my address in it. But these packages just like rip open really easily, don't they? This, Don't Insult Into the Woods. I went to Into the Woods. I think I was living in Korea at the time. It's a musical, right? Uh-oh. My camera just... Oh man, I think this thing is dead. I'm gonna have to get a new one of these. I think it's dead. Give me a sec, guys. This is very Johnny Stumbles. Vivian says yes to musical. So this is something that I need for my scooter. Maybe if I back up, we'll see it a little clearer. What is that? This is because my existing mount broke and I can't use it. So this is just going to sit on my scooter handlebars, and I'm going to be able to put my phone here. If I can figure out how to like make it bigger. There's got to be a way. Anyways, long story short, yeah, that's all this is. It's just a mount, so I can put this on my scooter so I can see my phone. I was tired of like the really cheap rubbery ones that kind of like flap around, and you can like, you have to put them on so tight that they can like stretch, and the current one that I have ripped. So I wanted to buy like a good one, quote unquote good one. I mean, it still feels like cheap plastic, so this is what I bought. Tom Bikes Forward Sex. This is anticlimactic. Anyways, this is the first thing I bought. Not exciting, but bike phone mount holder, motorcycle phone mount anti-shake, 360 rotation. Thank you for putting this inside my order. It looks like a 2-year-old cut it out. But this isn't the package you guys wanted to see me open. So, little backstory on this next package. Here, let me just make myself a little smaller. Johnny, where'd you go? This is not a professional production. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Never claimed it was. So if you check out my page, actually, on my videos, hey, Friday Night Live, Gumball 3000. No views. No views. Come on. There's more people watching that. Ah, there we go. So let's say if we click on like today's video. I'm thinking of removing these. What? Where is my description? Show more. Okay. Where's my description? I don't have a description here. Okay, I'm going to have to fix that. I'm pretty sure I had a description there. My descriptions are not showing. What? And my camera just flunked over. This is really weird. Anyways, let's find an old video. They should definitely be here. Something's going really funky with this. One sec, guys. I just wanted to... Do not buy cheap Chinese gimbals. All right. Let's see if this one will... Let's see if this one will work. Oop, I put it on backwards. Camel. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. This is hilarious. How did this happen? What do you mean it's not running? There we go. Okay, so now our perspective is way off. I'll fix this in a second. Ooh. This is hilarious. You know what? I'm going to fix this camera, but I'm going to play a video while we fix it, because this is ridiculous. Here's the video. Just watch this while I get to the bottom of this ridiculous problem. So I want to put this over here. I want to have this kind of facing me, but it's a bit low. It's a little bit low. It looks kind of like it's looking up my nose. Let me just get something to prop it up. Fix it. Just chat nicely amongst yourselves. Mark Blank says John Collins. Testing. Okay, so what happened was I use this to put my camera on it when I do my live streams, and it's pretty good. It's height adjustable, which is cool, and I can tilt it and I can move it around, so it's pretty useful. But lately it's just started kind of like dying and coming to an early death. It doesn't hold a charge anymore. So I don't know, maybe it's karma, because this company sent me this product and I thought it was so crappy I never actually used it in any of my videos because I didn't want to, and then I found a use for it. I don't know. Time for a new one. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I'll figure something out by Sunday. Okay, long story short, we'll pause this. This stream has been quite fun, hasn't it? Let me get something up here. Journey strides. I think all these live streams are catching up to you. Was this like the 15th day in a row I've live streamed? Okay, I'm gonna pause this. So when I put up a video, you'll notice there's these Amazon links at the bottom, and whenever someone makes a purchase through those Amazon links, I get a little bit of commission, not a lot, but I get a small amount of commission. And I have not been collecting this for a very long time, several months. And then this morning, it occurred to me to like, how much do you have sitting there? Like, so I went there and it was a pretty good amount. So I thought, like, is there anything I really want? And it hit me. I went straight to the page and I pressed, and it said, will come today. So I pressed buy now thinking, oh shit, what did I do? What did I do? And here it is. So who can guess? What did I buy? What stupid expensive thing did I buy from Amazon that I totally, completely don't need, but I kind of want? And it's not going to help the channel. If anything, it's going to keep me busy and keep me away from the channel. Who can guess? Adam Omar says, what's in the package? Lisa says, dance. All right, William, have a great night. My chat seems to have stuck here. A stash of edibles? What is it? Who can guess? A Switch. A Switch might be a very good guess. It wouldn't be a correct guess. But it would be a good guess. Emily, clothing, shoes, a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, a crazy camera setup. No, this is not for the channel. COVID Hippo says NES. I'll give you a hint. It is over $400. Ali BHG says iPad. Chris Mills says VR, ... The Ottawa Wanderer says cushion for a chair. Adam Omar says an Oculus. Susan says Emily is away. Robert says a PlayStation. Would I throw a PlayStation up in the air? Probably. PS5 or Xbox Series X. Okay, let's find out. I'm going to grab the official cutting tool of the Johnny Strides channel. I bought a Ferrari. Speaking of, where's the dog? Oh, there he is. Mario Kart. All right, Amazon box. A very expensive dog collar for Charlie. An X-ray machine. Can you guess? Is that enough information? Can you guess? What is in here? Somebody may have already got it right. A scooter! Ali BHG says a hoverboard. A Foreman grill. A printer. We got... Ta-da! I bought the Quest 2, formerly the Oculus Quest. Now it's the Meta Quest 2. So this is my new toy. So huge thanks to everyone who has made an Amazon purchase through a link. This is the first time I've really bought myself a toy other than like e-bikes and the e-scooter in a very long time. So I'm kind of excited about this. You know, 41-year-old man with toys. I can play Beat Saber, Star Wars Horizon. What sold me on it was there's a really awesome ping pong game you could play. It's super realistic, like all your spins and your cuts, and you play other people. So that's what really sold me on it. Believe it or not, a ping pong game is what sold me on it. So let's just quickly open this up, and then we'll just get back to our usual programming, if you can call this usual programming. And I was quick to or I was smart enough to buy it through Amazon, so if it turns out I don't like it, we all know where it's going, and they will refund you. It's sadly, I don't like big evil companies, but something like this you can't really get through like a mom and pop shop anyways. So it's kind of one of those, like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. There's the box. How do I look? This smells like chemical plastic. I can feel the carcinogens rushing into my brain right now. But yeah, this is what it is. Lace, welcome to Gold Tier. Lace, thank you for your support. Thank you very much. Awesome. Do I have that? It's not on my list, but thank you, Lace. So I got this. Apparently the lenses in this one are way, way better than the first Quest, and these use LCDs that are a higher resolution and higher refresh rate. And you get 2 of these controllers, so this is how you play. I have no idea. I'm just going to put this down now. And as soon as the stream is done, I'm going to walk the dog, and then I'm going to play this. Hizoka says this means that if there's a walking simulator, you could walk with your followers. You can actually get VR treadmills, believe it or not. That is a thing. VR treadmills. And if you wear glasses, I think this is a spacer to make it so the lenses of the VR won't rub the lenses of your glasses. So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch some Johnny Strides videos with this. So there we go. That's the big mystery package for tonight. But thank you for your Amazon purchases, those who made them. Sorry if I spent it irresponsibly. But we all have to do something like that once in a while with our life. George Kemp tried VR years ago. It had all sorts of issues. Yeah, I had the PlayStation VR. When I had the PS4 Pro, I had the PlayStation VR, and it was just really annoying, actually. I didn't like all the cables pulling it out, and a few of the games made me kind of sick. But this one solves that problem. It's completely cable-free and wireless, and you can link this to your PC. So I'm going to be able to buy VR games through Steam and using PC Link. There's a slight lag if you don't do it wired through a USB cable. And I'll be able to play much better games than that through my PC. So there we go. Thank you. There's the toy. It is fun. Someone asked if we can see Charlie. Hey, where were we on this? We were already pretty... I don't know, we were like somewhere down here. So this is the video when I went to meet Ken. Hizoka tried the original Oculus Rift 2 when it was a prototype. Amazing experience. You would play space games. Lisa wishes she could use a GIF right now. Yes, I say GIF. I'm not a GIF person. I'm a GIF COVID. Hippo says rear view. Yay. So that's all my excitement. We went to the Gumball tonight, and I got 2 packages. So I'm kind of jazzed to see what the Quest holds in store. I'm going to be playing table tennis all night. If you don't see me on Sunday night, there's a chance tomorrow my live stream streak is going to end. Colin says, Johnny Strides, do you have a favorite arcade game? That's such a hard question. I think the game I spent the most money on was probably John Elway's quarterback, if you remember that. Blades of Steel with the trackball was another one I spent a lot of money on. Also, I had access to an arcade in my dad's bowling alley where the guy would just load up the machines. The original Outrun was an awesome one. Terminator 2 pinball machine was one I played the crap out of. I think those were it. So now Bus Driver with VR games. Maybe. Yeah, he says, what live stream streak? I think this is 15 days in a row I have live streamed. Keys to Jonks, an old video of Ken this week. He had short hair, a completely different person. Oh, I better end this poll. So if you have any I don't want to say Oculus, but I don't like the name Meta either. Quest 2 VR games that you think are worth a spin, let me know. I am cheap though, so keep it under 10 bucks. And this is South Down Church Street. So this is me on my way to track down Ken. And yes, Ken does make an appearance in this one. It's D Young, FYI. Crash Bandicoot and Mario Kart was your jam back in the day. They did make a Mario Kart arcade game, I believe. I believe they did. Hertage says snipe. Yes, we are sniping Ken. I didn't have any video ideas for last Sunday, so this was it. Fortunately, I remembered to put the camera on the back of the bike and turn it on. There's a place in Ottawa that has arcade games and pinballs. Yeah, there's a Tilt Arcade in Toronto, and there's also one called Zen 80 where you can do that. They're pretty neat. Susan, to answer your earlier question, if Charlie comes over, I do have the Charlie cam ready. Just in case he comes over. Let's see. Is it functional? No, it is not functional. Let me see here. That man is very tall. Who is very tall? Charlie is over there underneath the coffee table. And there's all the junk I just opened. So if he comes over here, we'll say hi to him. I don't want to bug him. He's just kind of chilling. Hello, Ida. Welcome to the stream. So I think I'm going to try to get the IKEA video edited and up for tomorrow. I know Ken just did that today, but we don't coordinate these things. He beat me to it. It was a good idea. Susan says maybe move the boxes. He's kind of sleeping. When he gets up, he'll come over here. Allie says, anyone remember Gigapets or Tamagotchis? Yes, I do. Brad Palmer, member for 14 months. Holy shit, how time flies. Thank you for your support, Brad Palmer. 14 months, that's amazing. Ida says, thank you, Johnny. IKEA, yes. I tried to go a little slower through it this time. Thanks again, Brad Palmer. It didn't give me... Let me see if I can get it back here. See if I can get it back. It doesn't give me the option to highlight that. Hisoka says, Brad, you are an ancient one. Should do it. All right, we've got it up and running. David Scott says, good evening, Johnny and friends. Hello. Thomas Martin, high-speed scooter. No, this is the e-bike. This is the e-bike. And we are making our way to the financial district to crash Ken. Did anyone have a Furby? I did not have a Furby. I remember Kirby, like the little pudgy white thing in Nintendo games. Furby I did not have. Ali BHG did. What the hell is a talking Toby? Fisher Price, Thomas and Friends, Taken Play. Talking Toby by Coleco. I had a Coleco Vision. Kirby was pink. Yeah, that's true. Kirby was pink. Wow, that thing looks like a robot Teddy Ruxpin. Where are we now? We're on Richmond Street, I think. So we're almost at Ken. I had a Cabbage Patch doll named Abe. Is that? Were they all the same if they had the same name, or was the name random? There he is. That's the Cabbage Patch doll I had. Holy shit, if I just never opened up that thing and kept it in the package, it would be worth $932. Izoka says, Johnny, are you into ramen? If so, any favorite spot in Toronto? I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that. I do enjoy ramen, and I've had it several times in Japan itself. But I would be completely ignorant if I pretended I knew what was good ramen or not. Because everywhere I go, I always really like it. So far, my favorite one has been Tunboku, just north of Yonge and Eglinton. But also, I like Kinton Ramen, which is a chain. And they've got a pretty cool deal right now. I think it's $17.99. You get ramen and a Sapporo. Ramen's one of those foods that there's no bad. There's just good, great, and even better. Like, I've never had bad ramen, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm just not picky. It's just one of those things I like. And I had one of the best banh mi's of my life tonight. I went on my way home from filming before I started this one. I went to a place called Bao Time, which is located in Star King at Yonge and Eglinton, and I had like a croissant. It was a banh mi sandwich on a croissant, like a French flaky croissant, and it was to die for. It was so good, and the whole sandwich was like $9, taxes in. So if you're in the Yonge and Eglinton area, go to Bao Time. And I remember I told the girl there that their stuff was so much better than Banh Mi Boys across the street. And she was like, please tell your friends. People need to know. I'm like, I have over 70,000 subscribers. I'll tell them. So I'm doing my part. Yes, go to Bao Time. It's located in the Star King. You can find it on Ritual. I don't know if it's on Uber Eats yet, but 10 out of 10 banh mi sandwiches, and I recommend going with the croissant rather than the bread. It's very good. That's what I had for dinner, and I will be back. It's the type of thing I could literally eat it every day. Joseph's kids had the teddy bear. You mean the Teddy Ruxpin? Ooh, we are right around the corner from Meeting 10, Meeting Ken. Warning, read and follow safety warning guide. Oh man, I'm kind of excited. I heard these were really, really good. You do seem to be a creature of habit. This is York Street. York, and just north of York in front. And I'm waiting. I think we can even see Ken on the far left of the screen here. Oh, not anymore. You live in North York and you love going out and finding new bao and also tacos. Bao has popped up everywhere. That's been like a hot thing in the city lately. Hello, Joe's Crayons. What was your favorite grade school cafeteria food? Ugh. I was like a peanut butter sandwich guy that my parents would always pack. More specifically, my mom. Javier Reed says, good, by the end of the year, Johnny, you can reach 100,000 subs. That's very ambitious. Hey, look who it is. But thank you. Name that guy. Who is that guy? And he is not using the gimbal I gave him. He is using his old gimbal. Gertish says, there is Ken.
Johnny Stride doing one of his patented live streams. So what's your video you're recording here? I actually have nothing.
Your friend's mom used to send him to school with chips and saran wrap? Was that it? I would always have like a peanut butter sandwich. Sometimes a peanut butter and jam sandwich. We don't really say jelly that much in Canada. I know PB&J means jelly, but they're interchangeable. So it was either peanut butter and jam, peanut butter and jelly, or a ham cheese sandwich. And every once in a while, I would get this like disgusting salmon sandwich that I would not eat. I would try to trade that thing for whatever I could get for it. Vivian says, I think he could. Yeah, he said he couldn't get it on. I don't know, but when I got those salmon sandwiches, I would always try to barter. I was learning how to wheel and deal right away. Like, who wants this thing? What do you have? Does anyone have like a Joe Louis or a Twinkie or like nothing? Does anyone just want this? Sorry, Mom, but didn't like those salmon sandwiches. But you knew I didn't like them. I told you. These are gross. Don't give me them. Just give me the peanut butter. Fortunately, like 4 days out of 5, I would get peanut butter or ham and cheese. And that was back when like some kids got Lunchables. Do you remember Lunchables? Some of my friends, like their lunch was literally just like some crackers, like a ghetto charcuterie board, like in a pack. Like it was literally a few crackers and a piece of cheese and like a little slice of like deli lunch meat. And that was like all they ate. That was gross, if you remember those. But what was awesome were those little plastic things where you'd have like 3 crackers and then in the end there would be like cheese and they'd give you this red stick and you were supposed to like smear the cheese on the cracker and eat them all sophisticated. Even though you're like 8 years old, I would just scoop out the cheese and eat that. LEBHG loved the pizza one. Thought you might have been too old to know that. The pizza what? George Kemp says red salmon sandwiches are awesome. You had some yesterday. See, somebody. Somebody liked the salmon sandwiches. I did not. I like the peanut butter. Thank goodness my mom gave me more peanut butter than salmon and more ham and cheese. And every once in a while you'd get some other stuff too. Maybe chicken left over if you had like Swiss chalet or something, or you bought a rotisserie chicken from the supermarket. Wow, this is a whole lot of time just sitting here. Izoka says in his country, moms send literally complete meals like rice, pasta, meat, salad. You were surprised to learn that some places people can't survive on sandwiches. Sandwiches are complete meals. Come on. I survive on sandwiches. That's how I live pretty much these days. It used to be smoothies, but I have switched to sandwiches. I may or may not have just gotten a text from my mom telling me I shouldn't insult the salmon sandwiches. Peanuts were banned at most schools years ago. You know, that is... We have been going through this cyclical mistake of making kids less tolerant to peanuts the less they are exposed to them. Like, there's this line of thinking that you should be exposing newborns and babies to peanuts at a very young age and getting their system sort of acclimated to them. By shielding people from peanuts, we're making their allergies worse, and we're actually making them sicker down the line. So it's one of those weird things, because it's like, what do? We know peanuts make kids sick. But the fact that we keep peanuts from kids make them even sicker, and it makes more kids sick. I don't know the answer to that, but I do have a doctor friend who is very aware of this problem, and we've talked about it. And they're like, yeah, we should not be like shielding kids from peanuts, but if you don't do that, it's almost too late. Too many kids get sick. I know this isn't what you guys tune in for, but it's kind of an interesting thing. And there's companies out there that specialize in like nut butters for kids, and they make a whole variety of nut butters. So if you have like an infant, you're supposed to, even if they have allergies, you're supposed to like slowly expose them to a whole variety of nut butters, and then they grow up without these big allergic reactions. Because now it's like, holy shit, like to me, I don't think twice if there's peanuts on something or peanuts anywhere. I think peanuts are awesome. They're a source of protein. If you're a vegetarian, you can't live without peanuts, right? It's the only good, tasty source of protein. Don't tell me tofu tastes good. Nobody ever said tofu tastes good in the history of time. And if they did, they're lying. But peanuts taste good. And that's why I'm not a medical expert. And now we are heading... Which direction are we heading? We are heading west on Front Street West. Izoku was allergic to chocolate and banana when you were very young. For some reason with you lost the allergic reaction. You were eating in secret. It was not a strong reaction. I was lactose intolerant when I was like a baby, but now as an adult, I can drink milk and there's no issues with it. I don't know how that works. Keith DeJong loves cashews. Cashews are excellent. My dad loved cashews. That guy was a cashew eating machine. Vivian Johnson says the doctor told your grandmother to give her child a little bit of peanut butter to get used to it. So she put some on her tray. I think she got some in her, but had fun. Sounds like good advice, Vivian. Sounds like good advice. But the more we shield people from this stuff, the more we make the problem worse in the long run. I think that's the gist of it. It's kind of like I don't know, with COVID, how we've all been shielded from like the common cold. So now it's kind of like, who knows what's going to happen, but I'm just going to shut up. I don't know what I'm talking about. Amaj is here. Hello, Amaj. Odilia says, I agree with you about the peanut butter. Hey, that's not me. I'm just regurgitating what a doctor told me. If I say something smart, it's because I've handpicked it from somebody who I think knows what they're talking about. But I'm not going to pass that off as my own opinion. Sanjay is a doctor. Maybe he can throw some 2 cents into it. Tom Bikes hasn't had almonds for about 30 years. Almonds are awesome. Almonds are amazing food. Susan says the construction in front makes her not want to run that way. Yeah, it's mostly around Front and Simcoe, though. It's really just that one intersection, if I can think about it. I don't think there's anywhere else on Front that's that bad. Charlie, where are you? He's walking around. I can hear him shake. Okay, Charlie's here. I'm gonna get him a snack. I'll be back. Can we see Charlie at least? All right. We can. Let me fire up the Charlie cam. We'll turn off that light. Charlie. Give me a paw. Give me a paw. Other paw. Other paw. Other paw. Other paw, you dumb dog. Paw. Hello, sir. Other paw. Other paw? This guy's like, geez, what are you gonna... Here's his treat. It's like some... This is made by Milkbone. It's like a little pig in a blanket kind of thing. He likes these more than regular Milkbones. Does he know how to speak? Snossage? I don't know what they're called. The food he eats is Big Country Raw. It is like... I had to buy him some meat because the meat his owners gave me ran out. Y'all done? You done? And it was 4 days worth of food. 4 days worth of food for this guy is $25. This guy eats like a king. He eats... It's more expensive to feed him than to feed me. I think you can buy bigger cases of it to be cheaper than that, but it's basically just frozen raw meat that he's eating. Oh, he wants out in the balcony. The door's open. He can go out. He needs 1 meal per leg. Yeah, he took off. So, Alan. So yeah, he is not a cheap boy to keep going. He is not a cheap boy. Sanjay says $6 per day. Yep. Tom Bike says he might like Bondi too. Probably. Probably. So where are we going now? We are going north. North up Spadina, I think. He's like, I'm out of here, you boring human. Good boys are not cheap. Well, it's a lot cheaper. Even like the expensive kibble is a lot cheaper than like the raw meat. But they've got him on this raw meat diet. I've got kibble too, but... Alright, I'm trying to process some of these messages. So we are riding north up Spadina. Spadina and Harvard. We are in the South Annex, as I like to call it. And on that note, this was last Sunday. I will be back in a minute. Oop, Charlie is drinking his water. I'm just gonna go help myself to the little boys' room. I'll be back. Sorry about that. Oh no, Charlie ate the router. No, he did not. And we back. And look who else is back. Why are you back? What do you want? What could you possibly want? Oop. I have to turn that on, but... Somebody wants a walk? He seems relatively happy and well adjusted. He wants food. He's got $3 worth of raw meat in his dish right now. He only ate one of it. You cut them in half. It's basically like a giant hockey puck, and you cut it in half. You give him one in the morning and one late afternoon, evening. So I think he wants another cookie. He also knows it's getting around that time we go to the park. After this live stream, as much as I want to start playing with my new Oculus 2 and getting that set up, we're going to have to go to the park. Oh, I think he knows what that word means now. And his tail is wagging. Don't worry, Charlie. Maybe in 15 minutes we'll be in the park. Zoka says, oh, the museum. Yes, we are... For the second time today, I am recording along the Mink Mile. The video I showed you that I recorded earlier tonight was along the stretch. Oh no, I want to edit my IKEA video. Get that ready to go tomorrow. And play with my Oculus Rift, or Quest 2. Only so many minutes in a day. And I still have to live stream. Oh no. Ida says, give Charlie a toy. He is just... Look at this dog! How do you say no to a dog doing this? Oop, this camera's upside down. How do you say no to this? Oh, now he's looking all sad. I don't know. Hisoka says, oh, there's a new IKEA. Yes, there is a new IKEA. And that'll be... another Toronto YouTuber put that video up tonight, and I'm gonna try to make that video tomorrow morning. I'm not sure. At least I don't have to animate a map for it, so it should be a relatively quick editing process. Marie Palmer. Yes, he's a cutie. Ali BHD saying hi. Devi Desi Geek saying hi to me. Hello. I hope you're all having a good night. Unfortunately, the emojis don't show when I do these things. And now I'm actually riding north where I intercepted Charlie in the park. Charlie's owners do have keys to my place, and they come over and see him every once in a while. Vivian Johnson says, don't be mean, give him a treat. I just gave him a treat, and he's got his dinner in his dish he hasn't eaten. And I'm about to take him to a park after this, right after this live stream. We're going... I think he'll be okay. Gertech says, any premiere video tomorrow. Yes, I do have a backup video already ready to go for tomorrow, just in case I don't get one of the two videos I did today edited and up in time. I've noticed that videos I put up on Sunday have been doing really well lately. So that's been kind of cool. I don't know if it's because the videos are good, because I've been saving good ones for Sunday, or if just everyone is sitting around on Sunday mornings, but those premieres have been a lot busier than normal, and the overall video performance has been better. So I'll try to, maybe I'll do today's Bay Street walk on Sunday, but finish with the Gumball. Vivian has seen me eat more than one treat. Izoka, where in Toronto? Oh, you're in North York, did you mention? You have a foldable bicycle ready. Those are quite handy, actually. And here we are in a park just north of Rosedale. There's the Toronto Reference Library in the background. And Michelle Best, thank you for subscribing, Michelle Best. Eating is quite a production with pugs. So don't hate me, but I might end my streaming streak tomorrow. Yes, that is Charlie barking. He is. I have glass windows on my balcony. He barks at dogs as they walk by. A head cam is needed for these streams, so Johnny Strides could take Charlie for a walk during live streams. I'm going to make a video of me walking Charlie next week. It's going to happen. Don't worry, it's going to happen. And we are just waiting in the park.
There we go. Hope you enjoyed this ride starting in Midtown.
This doesn't seem very interesting. Can I speed this up a little bit? There we go. We are moving. LBHG would be worried about the balcony. You live in North York, you just have to take shuttle buses to downtown. The TTC is always closed during the weekends. Is it closed this weekend too? TTC service alert. Last weekend it was supposed to be closed, but they canceled it, so it was actually open. Line alerts. There's nothing right now. Service advisories. Subway service. Line 2 closed. Bloor to Danforth. Jane to Ossington Nightly. Early closures. May 24 to May 26. Line 1 University. Wilson to Glen Cairn. Single track operation. May 27 to May 29. Cancelled. Boo! Finch to St. Clair. Full weekend closure. May 28th and May 29th. That is... That is really annoying. Yes, unfortunately, Line 1 is closed for the 10 millionth time this weekend. How ridiculously annoying is that? Man, the shuttle bus is so slow. It is so slow. But you know what, Hizoka? If you don't have a monthly pass, you kind of just walk right on the shuttle bus. You didn't hear that from me, but I do have a monthly pass, so it doesn't really matter, but I have never seen anyone ever have to see like a fare inspector on the shuttle buses on the weekend closures. I think the TTC intentionally looks the other way on that. So yeah, it's a longer ride, but you don't have to pay for it if you catch my drift. Tom Bike says so much for doors open. Yeah. I'm still going to go down. Lisa says famous last words. Hey, I'm not saying fare evasion should be a thing or is a good thing, but it totally can be a thing when they close down the subway lines and force you onto shuttle buses. All right, we're just going north up Yonge Street. This is nothing too interesting. Let's just get to the end of this here. We are going into Eglinton Park, and I am on my way to see Charlie. Charlie's owner was walking him in the park. Lisa, member 1 year, famous last words. Isn't this exciting? We are tracking Charlie down on the e-bike, and he was so excited to see me. The couple that owns him sometimes comes over to my apartment and takes him out just because they miss their doggy. And I knew that they texted me like, hey, we've got the dog, we're in the park. So I knew that not to freak out when Charlie wasn't home when I got home. So I decided to see if I could track him down. There he is. Right at the end of the video. Can we back that up a second? No, I can't. Anyways, there you go. There was the end of that video. I was looking up one cool thing before we end this was a lot of people have talked about all the issues on the subway system lately. And I found this on Reddit, and this was so interesting. BlogTO picked it up, and they made their own article about it. So this person here is an aspiring data analyst. Trying to jump into another field is challenging. So he's been working on some projects on his own to build up the resume. And this is a really crazy graph here of incidents on the TTC by year. So this is like 2015. So we're just number of incidents. It's typically like 1, 2, 3, 4 per month. Security incidents. 19, 20. Okay, getting a little higher, getting a little higher. Okay, now we're in the pandemic. So for all the talk of the, like, people getting attacked on the TTC, people getting harassed on the TTC, yeah, it's happened to me, right? Like, I had somebody in my face threatening to throw me in front of a train because he said, I don't like you people. Like, I don't even know what that means. But yeah, it's happened to me. I've also been sucker punched, like, while filming a live stream on the TTC. And I'm sure that is reported over here. And yeah, like, this is crazy, out of control problem, right? Like, I don't know the answer, but like, there's the stats. It's really a thing. So it's kind of nuts. There's a lot of mental illness going uncared for in the city. And I think that's ultimately the crux of it. I mean, I guess there's two sides to every coin, but yeah, we have a housing crisis and we have a mental illness crisis in the city. And nobody in power seems to be doing enough about either one. Yeah, and a lot of times you hear about like racial attacks or physical attacks. And I have a friend who's a police officer, and like 99 out of 100 times, these are mentally ill people who are committing these, you know, atrocities that shouldn't happen. So it's kind of sad. It's more than kind of sad. It's very sad. But yeah, that's the reality, and this is just in cold hard facts. And were things underreported before, and are they overreported now because we're really sensitive to it? Maybe, but it's still a definite trend. But like, does it stop me from riding the TTC? No. Do I feel perfectly safe on the TTC? Yes. If you said you were going to take your newborn baby and a puppy on the TTC, should you not do that? No, you should. You're going to be, like, statistically, you're safe. It's fine. But yeah, like 156 incidents is way, way more than we've had in the past. So it's almost all entirely tied to mental illness, which is tied to the housing crisis, which is tied to a whole bunch of problems. But yeah, I thought that was kind of fascinating, personally, when I saw that. That's all. George says, that's interesting. The latest figures appear to be exactly the same in the Scottish train system as well, as if the pandemic has unleashed a pandemic of violence. Yeah, I think a pandemic of mental illness, unfortunately, is what's really been released, in a disproportionate amount of resources going that way to, like, everybody wins when we tackle a problem like that, right? Everyone wins. Anyways, guys, on that sad note, let's just close this. Let's just take that off the screen. All right, Marie Palmer, Brad Palmer, thanks for watching. I've got a dog to walk. I've got this thing to play. Hey, Dylan Reynolds is here. Dylan Reynolds says, hey, Johnny Strides, we got to meet up when you're in Pickering next time. Dylan, I was walking around Pickering live streaming, trying to summon you. Dylan, next time I go to Pickering, we'll try to make it happen. But yeah, a lot of people were asking about you as well. Anyways, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you, Eliz P, God tier member, Eliz P. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. hit the like button on the way out. I will be back Sunday night in the Johnny Stumbles channel, and it's very possible the streak ends tomorrow. It's got to end sometime. And oh yeah, go Blue Jays. I hope they win. Thank you, Hizoka. Thank you, Vivian Johnson. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to the super chatters. Thank you to our channel members, Patreon members, subscribers, everyone who just hit the like button, and everyone else. I got some toys to play with, so I'm gonna sign out. But thank you guys, and premiere tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Hopefully an IKEA video. I will catch you in the next one. Have a good night. Yoink.